Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you know what? I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even mad, bro. Like, that was just too good, bro. That was too good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about Kenobi. We're at the halfway point in this sicko show, and I'm going to be asking the 9. Is it 9? Yeah, the 9, 8, because I'm not counting myself because I need 2 claps. 8 very good-looking young men. I'm going to be asking them the question. What are you going to say, Jesse?
So I click comments and it says YouTube doesn't support comments on private videos. Is this still private?
It can't be, bro. It's impossible.
Is there people commenting? Do you guys see it?
There's people commenting.
I can't see it on the thing.
I can't
though.
see anything,
It's
no.
not coming up on my thing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
On that. Damn. Yeah. Why ain't it showing?
Should we
up on here?
refresh
You
this
lot-
page?
if I refresh it, will
likely.
it completely blow up? Like,
No. You'll just go away and then you'll come back.
All right.
He bought it.
No.
I'll refresh it once he's back because I don't see comments. You
Uh,
guys see comments?
no, I don't
Anybody
either.
else?
people are commenting, but you just can't see it on StreamYard.
Oh, none of y'all can see it?
StreamYard.
Do you see it now?
Yeah, I can't see Jack F, man. So
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I'm gonna have to check my comments on my man's phone, bruv. So we're doing it gypsy style up in here. And I see you type Sif, send in the dosh, bruv. You shouldn't be doing that, my G. You shouldn't be doing that, bruv. This is so annoying. I don't know why. Actually, do you know what it is? Maybe, yeah.
What?
What is
I have a feeling what it is. Hold on. Okay, no. I have no idea what it is. I have literally no idea, bruv. So, yeah. All right, we're going to have to move. So I'm going to have to read off my phone. I'll probably not stay for long, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. If I get any comments, like proper comments, I will read them out. Apologies, guys, at home for not seeing the comments on here. StreamYard is acting up. Completely clapped right now, but I'm glad we are live. 20 people watching. All right.
I'm one of them.
So, ladies and gentlemen, real quick. We're at the halfway point now of Kenobi, so I'll probably do another live stream in 3 weeks' time on the following Saturday when we are finished. And I'm seeing mixed things online. Some people think it is the greatest Disney show, including all of Marvel. And some people are saying it is an absolute stinker that we've waited legit, like that we've waited from Revenge of the Sith to now for nothing. So I'm not going to be asking the question of do you like it, because everyone in this chat likes it. But I will be asking some strange questions. So I'm going to go one by one and ask you, what is the one thing that you don't like of the show? And I'm putting Blue Mamba on the spot, mate. What's the one thing? And I don't want anyone to say nothing. Like, you got to pick one thing, because it's definitely not flawless. So there's got to be something yo ain't feeling. Let me know, man. Blue Mamba, what are you saying?
The Inquisitors. I don't like the Inquisitors in this show. They are doing nothing except Reva. She's the only one doing something. All the other Inquisitors aren't doing anything. Like, they haven't even ignited their lightsabers yet. Like, Reva has. The other ones have not. Grand Inquisitor has, but like the other ones, they're not doing anything. They're just standing there giving orders. They're boring, and they were awesome in Rebels, and now they're just boring. There's probably a reason why they're boring, but they're just hey, comments
are there.
There they are.
They're back.
They
There
aren't doing.
I know we're saying yay, and people at home can't see Jack F. Sorry, I'm gonna flick these up, but keep going, bro.
Yeah,
Bro. By the way, is everyone in America calling her Reva, or is it am I been calling her Reva and I've been like clapped all the time?
It's Reva.
They say
It's
Reva in the show.
So I've been saying Reva. All right, cool. I'm glad someone told me.
I have a note about that.
For 3 weeks, I've been saying Reva, and people have been putting Reva and question mark. Now. Yeah, come.
Semz, I got a note about that, but I'll round it to it when it's my turn.
All right, cool. So you're not feeling the Inquisitors, Blue Mamba, yeah?
No.
All right, man. Babu Sabers, you're up, bruv. What don't you like in Kenobi?
I would say
what you're not feeling.
It was just the last episode where some of the logic didn't make sense. Like, I'm sure everybody has seen the meme, like walking around the gate.
Yeah.
Or like, why didn't Vader just blow out the fire immediately?
That's true.
And pull Kenobi to him? Like, there's a few things that are inconsistent with logic for me. But it could be it's just that. Well,
Had Reva
I don't know.
Meet homegirl at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah,
Do you think like I've seen?
Makes no sense.
I've seen a lot of comments of like people saying like why? First of all, some people are saying, why didn't the stormshooters just shoot Obi-Wan? And I actually didn't realize the first time I watched it because I watched it at like 8 a.m. But they are actually shooting. So the fact that they can't hit him from that close, I kind of like that because they're just bent as hell. They can't hit Jack F throughout the whole 9 episodes. So yeah, I like it. I like it. But I've seen a lot of people saying like, why didn't he just drag him back? Why didn't he jump over the fire? I don't know. Me personally, I don't really want to see Vader jumping over fire. Like, I don't know. Is that just me? I just can't see that in my mind. Like,
but he could have force pulled him right to him though. Like he picked him up. I mean,
it's true, man. It's true. I feel
like he doesn't want to kill Kenobi yet. He wants.
He's playing with them, and he's playing with them.
Suffer.
Well, but
I like
catch and release, man.
He says stormtroopers to go get him. Well, just pull him to yourself then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
can't be bothered. I feel like, dude, Vader just doesn't care.
No.
Do you think like? Do you know what I was thinking?
I feel like he don't care.
I was thinking like, and I will go around everyone again, but I was thinking like, you see how Kenobi saw Anakin? Like that's how he remembers him. Yeah. Do you think Vader is thinking Obi-Wan's going to be even more powerful now? Because technically he beat him. Like so, like he probably went all out for like 10 seconds, and he's probably like, "You suck, man." Do you know what I mean? You are so rubbish.
He did go pretty hard at first.
Proper hard, isn't it? And then he just like calmed down a bit. But yeah, Kaiba, fanatic. You're up, bruv. What's the one thing you're not happy with or nitpicky or anything like that? You're up.
Ooh, the lighting during the fight.
The lighting.
Yeah.
As in with the saber or just in general? And you talk about the fight scene, yeah? In the quarry sort of looking thing.
So because there was no like they were lit with the sabers, which is cool. But it just reminded me of a fan film. It looked very fan filmish.
I don't think the setting helped. I think the fact that it was set in a mine felt very fan filmy. The fact that it was set in a mine.
Yeah, it was a boring area too. Yeah. It wasn't cinematic, you know.
No.
Do you think like hypothetically, if they fight again in a better environment, do you think then that'd be
for sure? Yeah, and depending on the lighting, I mean, it was just like. They were only lit with their sabers. It is a really cool shot, but it just looks kind of amateur to me because it just reminds me of like something that any of us could have filmed that.
Yeah, I get.
You know what I mean? Like you just rely on the lighting from the sabers, which is cool because that's a new thing that they've been doing the last few years. But
setting the bar low so that the
that's
next
just
time
me. You asked me to be nitpicky. That's the one thing.
Yeah. I like the nitpicky thing, man, because everyone likes. Moaning 100% or praising 100%. I'm trying to find the middle ground.
100%, but if you're going to ask me one little thing I don't like, sure. I'll say
Yeah, I get you, bro. Mr. Starlight, what's the one thing you didn't like or a little bit disappointed with?
I'm gonna bandwagon on the quarry. The lighting. I heard it's another YouTuber. His name was New Rockstars. He gave a pretty cool kind of reason on why maybe they kept things really dark and it was kind of really thematic. So like I kind of dropped the as far as the lightsabers were concerned. But the main thing was just the quarry. It looked like it just looked like a fan film section, which isn't necessarily a bad thing considering I've been helping out on fan film. So it's kind of cool to see that you too can also make something that's as legit as Star Wars, but at the same time but I have more to say on that, but I'm just gonna
we'll get there, bro. We'll get there.
Yeah, I'm letting that there. I'm letting that sit there.
Absolute Sabers from Scotland. What are you saying? What's the one thing, man?
To be honest, probably the Inquisitors, man. Like,
Jesus Christ. I thought if I shut my eyes then, I thought Darth Vader was whispering to me, bro. Jesus Christ. Just the Inquisitors in
I'll
general.
Get closer now.
Is it too? This mic's crap, man. It's
cool now. It's cool now.
No, you're just really loud.
Really, really good. I like it.
Someone in chat is happy, man. So
put on the audio volume.
Don't worry.
The Inquisitors, they're just they're pointless, really. I mean, Reva's character annoyed me for the first kind of episode and a half. She was too emotional for me. Like, our performance didn't really kind of suit the whole narrative, and then in episode 3 I was like, actually wait a minute, this is starting to work. But like Sun Kang, fifth brother, like what's he done?
I really like his voice.
His voice.
Yeah,
is
I mean, you think about it.
He's like kind of like Raiden hat is fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but first episode though, right? He's standing there. That Jedi jumps in front of him. Does he do anything? No, he just stands there. Like, he doesn't do nothing. Doesn't attempt to grab him.
Like,
do nothing.
I feel like they turned down the badassness on the other Inquisitors to make Riva stick out.
Probably.
But the thing is this turning down a dial and then it's turning off. Do you know what I mean? Because
they're off.
The other like chick. Does anyone know her name? I can't remember her name, bro.
The fourth sister.
That's the fourth sister. All right, she better do something, man, because she ain't done Jack F, bro. Like she ain't even spoken yet. But
she
Jim,
has. She's spoken like
spoken a little bit, man. But she needs to do something. You know what I mean? We've got 3 episodes left. She's got to do something. Jim, Fulcrum and the Force. What are you saying, bruv? One thing.
I mean, to be fair, I have to just echo what everybody else is saying. Like the Inquisitors, especially if you've like spent the time and watched Rebels, you know, like how badass they are in Rebels. In this, it feels like they've all been nerfed. And not only that, the one right. So honestly, the one thing that bugged me more than anything, and it wasn't the
tell
gate.
me, baby, tell me.
It wasn't the gate that he could have just walked round instead of shooting. No, it was a bit where Reva goes, "Oh, I've spoken to Vader," and they all went, "Oh, all right." What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, all right. We're just taking her word for it, are we? Just because she's allowed to say that. At no point is anybody questioning her. They're just accepting what she's saying and moving on with it. That's literally the only thing. Everything else, I'm cool with.
There's been a few like inconvenience, like a little coincidental like little things coming up. I think like you have to allow it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Of
like,
course.
I think she replies to him though, doesn't she? Like, fine, call him yourself. Like, yeah, she did something like that. I think I forget.
I mean, I would take anybody's word about it if my boss was Darth Vader and they said to do something.
Oh yeah, bro. Whatever day it is, man. Weekend, bank holiday, birthday. I'm there, mate. I'm there, bro. Island Jedi.
Yes.
Tell me, brother. Tell me. What's the
we actually chatted about this on on the other live stream the other day, but like when Kenobi ignites his lightsaber and how he does it. I mean, they held it back for so long. I mean, even when they were on the rooftops and he was getting barraged with laser fire, he never pulled it out once. So I mean, I don't know. To me, that was one of the things where I thought it was going to be a little bit more dynamic in terms of that. But I will say, when it came to that, I really did. Anyway, I'll talk about the other portion of that fight that I like later. But yeah, that for me was kind of a little bit of a letdown. Saber looked great though.
Yeah. The Blues Bro. Tell me, brother. What's the one thing, man?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with the show.
No, I can't handle it, mate.
I
can't handle it.
Especially Vader's helmet. It's the best.
There's got to be one thing, bruv. Tell me.
It's probably
no,
Vader's
dude.
helmet, right?
So everything that I've gotten like kind of nitpicky about, I thought, dang, they're gonna end up doing it later. Like when he says hello instead of hello there, I'm like, okay, they're gonna pull that moment later.
It was a good moment. He could have done it.
And when he ignites the lightsaber, when he's out of touch with the Force, what happens when he's back in touch with the Force and now he ignites the lightsaber? They're going to give him that hero moment. Like, I think we're still going to get it. So, like, everything I have a problem with, I feel like, I shouldn't say it because I think they're going to turn it on later. And even the quarry fight, what if that's just setting it up for an ultra cinematic something on, Mustafar or something on the Death Star? Like, what happens if they're just making the second fight even bigger?
Just teasing us, mate. Teasing us, mate. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
I like the glasses half full, Elvis. I love it.
Can I throw down on a controversial?
I'm ready, mate. Tell me, baby. I'm ready.
I'm actually not confident they're going to have another fight.
Really?
Nah, it can't be, bro. That'd be the most anticlimactic thing.
Well, I think the next confrontation that they're going to have, like, I mean, because you have to like really, because we already know the trajectory of where everybody lands. I don't think Obi-Wan's going to cut off all of Vader's limbs again. Like, I don't think that Obi's going to get hurt worse than he already has. So you have to like really like, how do you have a stalemate between two such powerhouses in a direct conflict? That would make sense.
Yeah. I think Reva's going to end up sacrificing herself.
I think the big fight's going to be between Obi and Reva. That's where.
Oh, really? I was thinking Reva and Vader.
Or or maybe it could be 2v1 kind of thing.
Yeah,
he could fight all three of them, bruv. Yeah, he could fight all three of them. Here's a question for Rebels, for like the Rebels fans, which I am not. What is her name? Fourth sister, fifth brother. Are they in Rebels?
Yeah, they are.
I don't know.
Well,
they
yeah.
are. They're both. in Rebels.
Reva's not.
The third
brother
brother
is.
definitely
Reva's
is. Third brother is, yeah.
I don't know. If
Okay.
Force
So
is
they,
the
they
fourth
can't get
sister in
slapped
there?
then.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't think she is.
I
The
don't
third
think
brother.
he is.
Oh, it's Seventh Sister.
No, the Seventh Sister is only in Fallen Order.
I mean, yeah, because they keep on
Third-
dying and getting replaced anyway. So
Yeah, the third brother's definitely in it, and obviously Grand Inquisitor's in it, which
Yeah.
is the one thing that everybody seems to be losing their mind
I
over.
mean,
Who's
we
the
saw.
girl in Rebels?
I mean,
Seventh Sister.
Here's one thing: is everyone thinking or agreeing or not agreeing that the music is kind of okay-ish? It's just it feels a little bit off without the big man tunes.
It's
It
slightly
hasn't.
weird.
It hasn't hit me. It hasn't hit me.
Kenobi's
Again, I
theme
got a
didn't
theory
hit me
there too.
right away, but
Tell me,
now
man.
I love Kenobi's theme.
Yeah, his theme is sick, man. His
It's
theme
very,
is
it's
really
pretty
sick.
much like the Star Wars theme, slightly changed, but I really like it now. At first, I didn't know how I felt about it, but now I really like it. But yeah, as for everything else, I can't like recognize anything and like hum it out again. You know,
Would everyone say
like,
right
yeah, I
now?
like that.
Would everyone agree with what Izzy's saying right now? That already is better than Boba Fett. For me, it's
Yeah,
already
I
better.
think
Well,
so.
yeah, yes.
Yeah,
I
100.
I like
so.
Boba a lot, but yeah, I think so.
I'm more invested in this story, so by
Yeah.
nature, my intrigue is
Well,
way
this is our
higher.
childhood.
It's
Like-
it's filling in that gap that didn't exist before. I mean, it's rather than it being something new, it's like a continuation of seeing how they all melded together. And I think that's all part of the kind of the journey of all that for sure.
I get you. Do you lot think you will physically, as in we will physically see Qui-Gon, or do you think we'll only see his, only hear his voice?
Only the voice.
Nothing.
Damn,
We'll get
that's
nothing.
unanimous decision.
Nothing.
Yeah.
We'll get nothing.
So somebody's saying nothing.
Nothing.
We'll get
They would
nothing.
save
Oh
that
man,
for episode
Babu's
two.
saying
we'll get his
nothing.
voice,
as in
dude.
zero, nothing.
We're
Right.
definitely
I-
getting
They
Qui-Gon.
covered
The only
it
reason
in
I say that is because they're pulling it from the Kenobi book. Like through that entire book, he tries to connect with Qui-Gon and is never able to. It's
Well, that's
constant just throwback of like he has
I
never
don't know.
forgotten where he came from.
I think he's
and
gonna.
that's it. That's all.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, why would they end the recap at the beginning of the show with
Exactly.
Yoda saying, "Let me teach you how to talk to your master"?
Yeah, it's fishing.
Begin.
It's fishing a little bit.
I think
too
he'll
much,
get
isn't
it.
I don't think we're
Yeah.
gonna see him.
I'll
though.
get it
The
at
only
its like
time-
lowest point or something.
The only time we actually got to see, so probably the next episode. The only time we actually got to
Likely.
see Qui-Gon was when he was on Mortis, when the Force was such an ethereal thing, because he didn't Qui-Gon didn't complete the trials of the Fates or whatever it's called to actually learn how to do it,
That's
like Yoda
true.
and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So that's why he can only always just be a voice. And we've already heard him as well yelling out to Anakin to stop killing all them Tusken Raiders.
Yeah.
Did he shout at Rey as well?
Yeah, I think
He was
doing
one
that.
of the voices, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think what was that Jedi's
episode 9,
name?
yeah.
The guy who Obi-Wan got very happy with. That's why I love you lot, man, because I don't remember.
Quinlan
these things.
Voss.
Quinlan Voss.
Yeah.
Quinlan
Do you
Voss.
think like you see how they're speaking about Qui-Gon so much, so he must be in it. Obviously, they've mentioned that guy as well. So there's like no way he's going to show up in it. Nah.
No, I don't think so. If anything,
No, they're just
Set up for
peppering
something
that
else.
stuff in. They keep
They're
peppering
just like that.
Quinlan
Yeah,
Voss
I
throughout
get it.
everything. They're
That
like,
could
if
be fan
anything,
service.
may-
Yeah.
well, they
Yeah.
might. I don't know. Like if maybe they'll throw a Quinlan Voss series out at some point, but I don't think like
Or he shows up in something else.
or something like that. Can I address the Inquisitor comment?
Yeah. Go, man.
I actually think there's not enough room for them to be badass right now. I don't think there's like. I think the story is
the
too
episodes
small in
left?
scope. No,
I feel like
I just mean the entire story is too centralized on 3 people, and having the Inquisitors input so much or other characters bring in a lot more detracts from everything which is supposed to be the point.
I'm gonna assume the whole next episode would be Reva backstory.
Probably
Nah.
while
that'd be dead,
Kenobi's recovering.
in the tank, bro. Yeah, that the thing is though that does make sense.
We don't
right?
have we
Back
need to
tank
know
time,
about
innit?
it.
That's the thing. We don't need to know Jack F. But she's actually technically the first. She's the person.
People were
she's the
freaking out
first-
about learning about Snoke, but Reva, we don't need to know anything
Nah,
about.
I don't know about her, bruv. Like
All
we
right,
see
fair
her.
enough.
She's technically a mega main character. She's actually the first person we see in the show. I never actually realized that in episode 1 straight away.
And that's the only reason why we saw that scene. We didn't need to see that scene.
Can we all
So,
agree
I
that
feel
if
like we're
this
gonna get more.
happens, it will be absolute cancer? Can we like Obi-Wan and
What?
Vader like in a mind thing? That'd be like game over, yeah.
Nah,
Well,
I would be so pissed.
it's got to end where Vader thinks that he like kills Kenobi or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's otherwise he'll keep searching.
There's got to be a reason to not search for him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's got to think that he won.
Which is why I think that the inevitable confrontation can't be as epic as the fight on Mustafar, or maybe it can be, and then
if it's so epic that I mean,
maybe I don't know. We haven't seen. I don't.
Do you think that would undermine Episode 3? If let's just say hypothetically, Episode 6. Let's say it's 1 hour on the dot, just for argument's sake.
Sure.
Let's say it's 25 minutes of fighting. It's the best Star Wars stuff you've ever seen. Do you think that would take you down? Like, would that put down Episode 3? It wouldn't for me, because they're two different fights, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It would just make Episode 3 second place.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I get you.
I mean, when the Rogue One hallway scene came out, were you like, oh, every other movie's shit? I mean, no, you still appreciate everything.
I actually like Vader going through the town more than Rogue One now.
Dude, that was
that was absolutely filthy, man.
When he
does not like kids.
Nah, he does not like
snapping my guy's neck.
When he drags the girl and she's screaming bloody murder, that was actually terrifying. Like,
I think someone said in the comments, but like he's a slasher. Like he's making him out to be a slasher, and it's perfect. And it's perfect.
When Reva cuts off that girl's hand in the beginning of like one of those episodes,
so good.
But
the thing is, the girl stops screaming like 2 seconds after her hand.
I think they can't do it too much because then it will bump up the rating, man. And
not just that.
That's what happened with Vader, though. When he was dragging that lady, she was screaming for like.
Well, actually, no. Like I think Sem's right. I think, and like I was actually talking this with my coworkers. I think they have to give a little in some areas.
They can't
to
go
allow
all out,
other shit in.
Yeah. They can't, man. They can't. But the next snap for me was the highlight of the show, bro.
Her screaming, but from Vader, I thought that was like the most like.
Yeah, it's terrifying, bro.
Like
terrifying. Like, you need Michael Myers' fucking piano thing going on.
The minute, like
full on like slasher movie.
Walk around that corner, you're like, oh.
Imagine that, like it's at night time, isn't it? Imagine you're going for bed, you hear all these fucking spaceships. You're like, what the fuck is going on, fam? You open up your window, and this jacked black armor dude who's like 7 foot or whatever is walking, and he just like. Chokes you, bruv. This is nothing that could. It's the worst possible day, bruv.
I just love the idea that he's got a light dimmer switch on his control box just to turn all the LEDs off. He's like,
like he did in Rogue One.
Yeah, exactly. Like
he's just a troll, dude. He was trolling in the Rogue One.
He's trolling hard, bro. Hard.
Also, he can hold that breath quite a long time because in the mine, nothing, and then all of a sudden he's there. I'm like, you would have heard him about 10 minutes ago going, but no, nothing. He's like, I'm going to hold my breath and sneak up on him. He's sneaky as well. I love it.
He walks a very fine line between just being a total joke of a villain and then also being completely
That's
crazy.
Literally like, imagine you're sleeping, you hear that, oh no.
That would be scarier than Darth Vader breath.
Be worse, bro, worse.
That is Darth Vader's breathing.
Does anyone want to throw out, like, what is your
I'll
absolute favorite scene so far? For me, it is him chucking him on the fire, bro, and he's like, "Your turn to burn."
That was very emotional.
Mine is when he lights it with the lightsaber. He sticks the lightsaber in the ground and ignites all the fuel. That was awesome.
Mine is when Obi says, "What have you become?" and he says, "I am what you made me."
Bro.
Hit Carter right there.
That's evil, bro. That's bad, mate. That's bad. But that's like a denial thing as well.
Jesse, how many lines do you have so far?
Vader, 13.
13 lines is all we've heard, and that one was fire.
And he's goated, bro. Goated lines of dialogue, man.
How do I know that?
I think still,
you know how you know that.
One of the most standout moments was when it was the second episode, wasn't it, where he literally finds out that Anakin's still alive, and just that look on his face, and the blood drains out of his face, and he's just like he's beside himself.
Yeah,
I love that
so
bit.
well, man.
That
I think
was
all of you would agree with me on that.
Just amazing.
Here, I'll throw some love out for Padme. It was when he was talking to Leia about how he reminded her.
Yeah, man.
Or she reminded him of his mom.
Yeah. What does it? Here's another question for you lot, man. Because I ain't got a fucking clue. Because I wasn't aware of this. Has my guy got a brother? Is that the first time we've heard of that ever?
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to be any kind of relevant.
No.
Yeah. Do you think
I
it's
think
just
supposed to
saying
make
it?
Literally just a throwaway.
Well, it's also to remind us that, you were my brother, Anakin. Like, so he already had one family get torn away from him, and then he had another one like in the Jedi Order get completely lost. So I think it's just
But
supposed to remind us that
They could be planting a
guy's
seed,
life
though.
sucks.
If I remember right, though, in the original script before, rewrites and all that, Obi-Wan's brother was Owen. And so, I mean, obviously all that changed, but do you think they're paying homage to anything like that? What's that?
Maybe. Oh, I just said I don't like that at all. I don't like that.
No, it wouldn't make any sense, but I think it was originally
It could be.
Owen.
Like originally, like in the first movie, yeah.
I mean, like that's the cool part about all this, though.
I mean, Mace Windu was supposed to be the main character.
Really?
Mate, I'm still holding out, man.
script,
Mace is coming, mate.
The Journal of the Wills.
Somehow.
Oh yeah, okay.
Somehow Mace has to come, man.
In a hall.
I feel like it should have happened in Boba.
You're just
Sam
hanging
Jackson.
on to this, man. You're like,
Sam Jackson is on board for Boba.
He's on board, bro. There you go.
It didn't say we were.
They're doing season 2.
Did it say it?
There's no way we won't see him.
The only way that works is if Boba goes badass again and he kills Mace. But
yeah,
Boba's
that's what I would
killer
want
right now.
I would love that.
Let me.
also,
I'll find that. It was on like
I
Bespin
want
built
it.
in or something like that, like last week.
What was
It was
on
on
the Bespin
Bespin
order?
built in last week, and then Tamura Morrison confirmed season 2 on New Zealand radio as well months ago.
Yeah, it
Season
was
2 of Boba.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a question then. I'll just throw it out
won't
there
be there.
because we're at the halfway point now. Would you think they would make a season 2 of this, or do you think it's one and done and leave it alone?
There's been a lot of posting
There's been
about
a
it
lot of
lately, and I
rumors.
don't know how they're going to do
Day
it.
or so that it's
They're-
going to be.
How would they do it?
They're
Yeah,
making
you
season
can't do
2.
Vader
You can't
again.
do Vader.
Unless the whole point was to do an overarching story and just tease us with the 6, and then say that they're and then like hold back the rest of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying not have the
Yeah,
not
it
have
would-
a fight until
not-
the next.
Or just it's one continuous story, and they were like, "We're just gonna do 6, wink, wink, wink," and then later be like, "Hey, how was
7,
that?
8,
How
9, and
Yeah,
10.
because I don't know
Yeah.
if Ewan was joking or if that was him just being cheeky, letting it slip. Like we really don't know."
When they originally said this, the first thing they said about the series was rematch of the century. So if we don't get that within the 6 episodes,
Yeah, but some people like to put their up talk things, and they say and they think, yeah, it's good, right? It's really emotional. That's what I meant, like, right? Like that's what you guys wanted. They're like, no, we wanted a fight.
Yeah.
That's a great point, though. Rematch of the century. I would say that's not what we've had so far.
No, that
Oh
was
no, by
an
necessity.
absolute arse
it's like
whooping, bro.
what the title was when like they first posted it.
No,
How many
you're
episodes
not
is
incorrect.
Andor? Is Andor
Sorry, what?
12?
Those
Andor's
12
like
episodes.
What if we get a cliffhanger and they're like season 1, part 2 in 23 or something like that?
No,
Like,
bro.
I don't know. I just I don't think that this is a series that don't get me wrong. Obi's one of my favorites. I like Darth Vader too. I don't think this warrants an extended storytelling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't want too much. Don't give us too much Obi.
I think
It'll ruin
you
it.
give us too much, and it's diminishing returns.
They could put Kenobi in somebody else's show for like an episode or something, but
Probably Andor.
According to
like, that'd be
Mace
fun.
Windows.
according to making Star Wars, it's been greenlit already by Lucasfilm and Disney.
I mean, it is what the most popular thing they've done.
What,
so
Yeah,
far.
they said
Yeah.
like the most
Disney
the
Plus in
most
general.
highest
Since
streamed.
Disney Plus existed.
Yeah, that
And
is
how-
insane. You
how
think all
accurate
the
is
Marvel
making
stuff
Star
as
Wars?
well.
Yeah.
Very.
No, I know.
Smashed
Like
it,
when you
man.
think about those numbers,
Like
that's
over
actually
Loki?
that's
Damn.
staggering.
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
yeah,
same
Loki was a big
making it.
deal, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Loki was real
It
big.
is.
Here's a random question. Yeah, this is a question I was gonna ask you. Like, yeah, I've got about 12 questions that people on Instagram asked me, which I'm gonna fire through in a minute.
Alright.
Like 2 questions before. One, that fight we just saw was the equivalent of like Goku fighting Beerus. He got
Yeah.
absolutely battered. How is my guy gonna like power up to that high level of Vader to fight again? Because I don't see that happening unless there's a
After
time
Qui-Gon answers him.
Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Well,
He
now,
can't be
now he's.
that- he can't be
that-
that inspired though. Surely he
Well,
just
dude,
got
where's Leia?
destroyed, bro.
Fuck the tanks.
I feel
I'm
like
all
he's
the
gonna.
tank. But
All
they
we
can't
need
be
is
stronger,
back to
bro.
tanks and flashbacks, and we're all good.
I think Qui-Gon's going to tell him, dude,
You got it.
separating yourself from the Force is not the right move. You have to embrace the Force and,
Yeah,
and
you gotta
still
save Leia.
fulfill your mission.
Well, this is it. Like, Leia's gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's more than enough for him, I would say. If
Yeah.
it's been enough to get him to go back out and potentially face Vader again, it's enough for him to realign himself with the Force.
Mhm.
Easy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it's going to be a mixture of speaking with Qui-Gon, and another Jedi is going to show up on. Is it Jabim? The
that's
planet.
where that's where
Yeah, I
he's-
think it is. Yeah.
Jabim.
How
Jabim.
do you not remember
I
these
don't know.
names, bro?
I think he's leaving. I think they left the
It's
planet.
amazing to me too, Simon. Like
It's just unreal, mate.
It's
Right,
mentioned quite a
here's-
few times.
Here is my penultimate question, and then we're gonna go to like the fans in the chat and what they're saying. Yeah, I'm gonna go through one by one. This is the question that is the most important of this chat, starting with Blue Mamba. Yeah, what is the one thing, except the fight? Let's just assume they're gonna fight. What's the one thing that you need to see still? If you don't see this one thing, your score will come down because there must be something. There has to be something. For me, personally, just to throw out there,
That's
it
such a
must
good
be
question.
flashbacks. That's actually my thing. I need to see some sort of flashback to anything, even if it's Reva, whatever, man. Just give me something. What are you saying, man?
I have to see Hayden and Ewing. I can't see Vader and Obi. I have to see Obi-Wan and Anakin together in a flashback. I have to see them together because then,
or damage
like,
math, right?
Right, or that too. But I would rather see an Anakin and Obi-Wan together in a flashback because then, like, I get it. Like, you want Hayden back to be in a suit. I get that, but like, that can't be the only reason to just bring him back.
Yeah,
doesn't make sense, doesn't it?
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Not when he's all masked up. By the way, I don't
Right.
know. Do you lot know? Like, was that Hayden in the suit, or was it someone else?
Probably. I think walking through the town, it was Hayden, but I don't think
All the
doing the
fight
stunts
scenes
in a
aren't.
duel. Yeah,
All the fight scenes aren't him. Okay.
No,
Sebastian's sitting shaking his head.
He said like this, bro.
According to Disney, it was, but Sebastian's sitting shaking his head like.
Well,
No.
according to Disney, it was James Earl Jones doing the voice the whole time, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
That's some BS thing, isn't it? That can't be in it.
What?
The
It doesn't
voice?
sound like Rogue One. I can hear like it
Yeah.
sounds like him, but
That's James Earl
this,
Jones.
This sounds fresh. Like,
It's
and I'm not
Reese
no
Beecher.
disrespect.
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
not-
legend, you know
yeah.
what I mean, but he sounds
It's the
fresh.
same thing that they did with Luke.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
not
let Jesse
fucking amazing.
explain how the tech works, but
Yeah.
like it's
It has to be.
they use
It is.
I don't know,
It's
like,
credited in the
just,
credits. Reese Beecher.
Like
So it's
do you got-
basically deep fake, but for sound. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
in either text to speech or in real time, they take essentially
Real
your
time.
voice and all these samplings, and they'll create a repertoire of the AI to sample from, and it'll put it out just as you're talking.
Yeah.
He knows way better than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the
It's
same
also
thing
not
they
open
did
to
with
the
Luke
public.
and Mando.
Also true.
So you have to commission that company to make it. So,
And
Oh,
there's
so
other
you can't just download something and start.
yeah,
well,
which is safe.
there are other things out there, but they are extremely strict with how you use the software because, you can make okay. Now you can all of a sudden have James Earl Jones call anybody on the phone and tell
Yeah.
them,
Yeah,
to go kill
that's
their
that's
kids.
why
Like,
that's why that
that's why
company
it's a
you have to do
problem.
it through that company. Like
Yeah,
they're the ones that do it. They don't give the software out.
because like Uncanny Valley with visuals, like there's always going to be a little bit of artifacting you can get onto. Audio is still there, true right now, but it's a heck of a lot harder
pretty
to
good
figure it
and-
out.
I think
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
perfect.
Everybody was thinking that James Earl Jones magically
Like got it back
de-aged, like,
somehow. It's like,
so
bro,
It
what are you
sounded
doing?
came
like,
back.
bro, it sounded insanely good, man.
That was
Way
literally
too good.
pre-
Like
or,
some of the best,
original
some of
trilogy.
the best like quotes he's ever
Yeah.
dropped. And you know, we're really picky with like because the Rogue
Dude,
One
I
voice
have like
sounds
the
weird.
actual like his
Yeah,
tracks
yeah,
too,
yeah,
like
yeah.
isolated. Like they're good. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't sound like artifacts or anything. Like
Babu Sabers. You are up, bro. What's the one thing you need to see apart from the main fight? What's the one thing?
I don't even know.
Well, I didn't need the show, so I'm pretty much happy with anything. I mean, that's just the truth. I didn't need the show.
Preach.
Yeah.
I don't need anything, but I would say Binary Sunset. Like that's how I'd like for it to stay.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
cool.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I'd
A
be
nice
happy with that.
calm ending.
Oh, I got
You know,
something.
to go along with like
I got something.
theme. Like
I get you.
I'd be good with that. But that's about it. Other than that, like I didn't need the series, so anything I'm happy with. I'll
That's
take
fair,
it.
man. That's fair. Like, I think I wish more people thought like you. I think me and Blue Mamba had this chat on Instagram. Like, people need to relax that we even have this. Like, be grateful, man. Like, and then I'm here like asking for nitpicky things. But yeah, Kyberphonic, what's the one thing, bruv?
Ben Kenobi
Mhm.
needs to give Luke Skywalker that T16.
Yeah.
During sunset.
Needs to give it to him.
During the sunset. Yeah, that is perfect, bro. Perfect.
You and me, man, we're right the same wavelength. That's mine too. You can skip right over me. I literally just thought of it just after he did.
He's just going to be walking towards the homestead in the sunset, and you'll see it in his hand, just the silhouette of the T16. Like that would hit.
That, to be honest, would be pretty sick. They set it up like nicely with that thing, man. I like it.
Last thing in the last episode.
Yeah, some interaction between Obi and Luke, because
I feel like it's gonna be the last thing.
Clearly, he feels an obligation to Leia, but we all know who his favorite is. Even at Empire Strikes Back, he's like, that boy, that's the only one.
Yeah. He did. To be fair, like it's a little bit deep, isn't it? Like if he doesn't speak to Luke, it's a bit bad, isn't it? Because he's had 3 whole episodes of Leia now, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Luke, we don't need that much. I'm just saying it would be good to have some interaction.
Yeah, I feel like my vote. I feel like if they're ever going to show that Luke is Force sensitive at all, it's going to be with that toy.
I get you, man. It's a possibility, bruv. Just start floating it around in midair. Like,
no.
He couldn't even get the lightsaber.
Oh, mate, I think I'd actually die, mate, if I see that. I will actually die, bro.
Why do you struggle so much in the Wampa Cave?
Absolute savers. What are you saying? What's the wonder thing, man?
You're gonna laugh at this, but I'm dying to see this. Just because of where everything is in the timeline and it's set up perfectly. I want Cal Kestis. I want a little pass through, a tiny little pass through, man.
You're reaching,
I'm friggin' reaching. In all seriousness, though, like before, if you'd asked me before I knew that this was all coming out, I would say Hayden and Yoon in Clone Wars armor flashback.
A lot of people have said that before, yeah.
But now that I've seen what's going on, I'm like, the timelines are bang on. I want Cal Kestis. So
it could. I'm not. Yeah, you're not wrong. It could happen.
For a brief moment when he was seeing Hayden, that's what I thought it was. So legitimately, for a second when he was seeing Anakin, he was having at first like the eyeliner looked like Cameron Monaghan, right? That's who plays Cal Kestis.
I thought it was him.
I jumped up for a second, and then they went back to it again, and I was like, "Oh, damn it, that's not him." Yeah. I thought that would have been the perfect moment right there to throw him in there.
There could be crossover, though,
just
dude.
chilling out in the desert,
right?
Like I could see the planet Daiyu being in the video game where the Grand Inquisitor was stabbed. Like that could take place in the game. I just don't know if
he's coming back, right? We all think he's coming back.
Yeah, of course he's coming back. I love how everybody's like, Darth Maul got cut in half, but Grand Inquisitor gets stabbed. He's instantly
dead. He's fine, bro. He's relaxing.
He's gonna come back.
His entire stomach blown out.
He's already healed. He's just watching like this. He's like,
he's gonna come back.
Hell yeah, I like that. I like that.
I'll quickly tell you why I think we're going to see Cal Kestis, right? Obi-Wan is really hurt. We need to see him speaking to Qui-Gon, and he's going to have to he's not going to become strong enough again just speaking to Qui-Gon. There's no way, in my opinion. That planet they're going to is supposedly in Jedi Survivor. So I'm just connecting up the dots here. It's not like I'm seeing.
When does Jedi Survivor? Do we know anything about it? Like
when Obi's taking place.
Exactly the same time.
Shit. All right.
It would be pretty sick, man. To be honest, like that,
I'll be thinking about you when we see Cal Kestis.
I'm gonna just ask you lot now and wipe it off my list because basically I've got 12 questions, and that was one of them. Like, what are the odds that Cal Kestis will show up?
They push Cal a lot. Like, what? He's got a Disney saber. You know what I mean? Like,
they love him, bro. They love him. Man.
Like, I feel like Fallen Orders, all the Inquisitors and stuff, even Rebels too.
Yeah. I mean, it was our only real Jedi game that we've had in a really long time that actually played well.
That game slapped, man. That game.
Last game we've had since then was probably and I still hate the plot of these. Sue me. Was the Force Unleashed.
I never played them.
Oh, mate! Imagine if you were Goku. That's how strong he is in Force Unleashed. Like, he's so OP. Like, They'd never make
It's
him
ridiculous.
canon.
The fact that he can essentially take out Vader and Palpatine at the same time.
He slapped both of them at the same time, bro.
Like
the next snap,
like
nothing,
a Star Destroyer out of the sky.
Yeah, he
like,
pulls the Star Destroyers down. So yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's epic for a video game, but not for
exactly. Yeah.
But not reality.
You're right, bruv.
What's the what? So you know what, right?
Oh no.
No. So that's kind of what they're saying about the T16. I'd love that, but for me, what I would genuinely love and that would really like sit in my heart really nicely is to just see Kenobi like put his hood up and walk into his hut. You know, just walk into his hut.
Because he doesn't have his new hut yet. Yeah.
No, and to know that that's where A New Hope starts with him there. You know, that for me, that would just like connect it so nicely.
You know, it'd also be really cool to see Qui-Gon's saber.
Yes.
Yeah.
But obviously that
Qui-Gon's
won't happen
saber.
if you would have buried it.
Mm-hmm.
How would they go about showing us the saber, bruv? Like that'd be a madness, no?
Even if it was just like chilling in like, you know, the fucking
on some rocks
box. Something.
Even if it was just a green.
Because the box that he buried isn't the same box that he keeps.
Isn't the same box.
Okay,
no,
all
exactly.
right.
He's got sabers buried here, there, and everywhere. He was just figuring out which box to go to.
Fucking huge.
He's got Yodas. He's got everybody.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there chilling.
Has he got loaders? Nah.
No. Luke gets Yodas. Yeah.
Okay.
Obi-Wan doesn't.
Okay. Oh yeah. Of course he does. Grogu and yeah.
I'm just messing about. I'm like, he's got everybody's sabers just
Yeah,
buried in the sand at various points.
Just stacked
like,
on top of each other.
This?
Island Jedi. What are you saying? You're up, bruv. What's the one thing you need to see still?
Honestly, and I'm not sure it's possible, but if they could show something to do with the Death Star, because it's being built, right? Like it's being built right now. Palpatine was looking at the plans when Anakin found out he was the Sith Lord. So it's obviously between then and New Hope that's all happening, and it's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know Shannon mentioned this as well. Forged by Light, he actually posted on one of his. So I got to give him credit for it. But like he posted on his story, and in that initial fight scene between Vader and Kenobi at the end of New Hope, where he says, "You should not have come back." Right. So like and they're standing on the Death Star when he says that. So like either Kenobi is connected with the Death Star or something is happening there. And like, I don't even care, even if they glimpse it at the end for 3 seconds, like, you know, it being constructed, anything like that would be awesome. I think that would be really cool.
Galen Erso, is he technically back working on the Death Star now at this point? I think he is, right?
Must be,
I think he is, right?
Yeah, he's got 1 another 10 years and that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, it was starting to be built. Wasn't it?
It was like just like the
it was just
like the skeletal kind of.
Yeah.
And then Rogue One, we see the radar dish go on.
Yeah. And then between like the end of New Hope and Return of the Jedi, they just managed to bash out another one.
Well, look at the age of Jenner, though, when he left her to go work on the Death Star. So that would, he's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that Gary's on your ceiling there, Jesse.
Mm-hmm. SpongeBob over here bummed he can't sit in the chair.
Damn.
Blues Grove. What are you saying, brother?
I mean, I need to hear Qui-Gon. I think we'll get that. I really do. But this is gonna sound really funny, but Obi-Wan and his humor in everything that he's done. Like another happy landing, and I just want one quirky joke out of him. Just one.
He is very sad
because he's depressed. Bro.
I mean, he has poked a little bit of fun here and there.
Has he?
Right? Yeah.
When Leia's droid broke and he gets broken, and she went, and he went, good.
Yeah, but there was saying when the one lady was like she grew up to be a good fighter. He's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's not really funny, but that's some Obi-Wan sass.
But because when we get Alec Guinness, he's got kind of that attitude, I don't know. It would be nice to see him get over his depression and smile or something.
Well, I think
find his hope.
Yeah, when you guys were talking about him powering up to
that.
face Vader again, like I think that's it. I think he has to stop being afraid.
Yeah. Qui-Gon's gonna be like, "Fucking sort it out, mate," and then he's just gonna go,
do it again, but Irish.
And then that's
I
it.
don't
He's
think
ready,
it's-
mate. He's ready.
I don't think it's necessarily purely fear with Obi-Wan. I think it's the fact of, holy shit, I've just found out he's still alive.
Yeah.
And he's still processing everything. Like he ain't mentally ready for that. I don't think that he's weak. I just think the fact is he cut himself off from the Force, number one. And number two, he's just found out that, you know, his best friend and someone who he considered to be a brother, who he thought he'd killed, was still alive, and he was now this Dark Lord of the Sith and more machine now than man. And all that
bro,
kind of
he's a
jazz,
pussy
now. But can I just say, Ewan McGregor, though, I mean, a testament to that guy's acting.
Yeah, he's too good, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good. Like, yeah, it's so good. To be honest, like, I got to praise Leia, man. That little Leia. Like, if she, I was saying again, Blue Man, but if she was bad, I think she would have single-handedly ruined the entire show by herself. Like, because, you know, child actors, when they are very bad, and I've seen fucking Home Alone, mate. The new one. I know,
you saw
mate.
the new one?
I mean, I know. Yes, bruv.
Man.
It was my second worst movie of 2021, and I saw some shit, and that was still number 2. You know what I mean? Like child actors, everyone's moaning like, oh,
like throw it in the bin that bad.
Nah, I'm talking like, you know, I burnt fucking Justice League. It's like that. Get in the actual fire bin. Yeah, like properly.
I know
burn
you
it
burnt
alive,
Justice League. That's dope.
There's a video.
Hey, move on. One more quick one that no one's mentioned yet. The Emperor, like just one line, one cameo shot.
Nice.
Like
That's
pretty sick.
Would be cool.
Talk about an ace in a hole there, man. We went through all these guys and no one mentioned that. That's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I actually forgot all about him, bro.
Seriously,
to be honest, like this show's been so sick with Vader.
Who cares about that old man?
I think because this is very. It feels a little bit more New Hope than it does Revenge of the Sith, and obviously we never saw the Emperor in A New Hope anyway.
Yeah.
So it feels like he's separate from this story in that kind of way. But yeah,
does everyone like the lightsabers? How they look? Because you know they're using like the real LED stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Babu's shaking, mate. Oh
You
no.
don't like it?
The issue I have is if you're gonna do mashup for Obi, why didn't you do a mashup for Anakin's too? Give us transition for both. Like, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I love A New Hope. I love the New Hope lightsaber. It's awesome to see the bubble card lightsaber again. I love that. My problem is if you're gonna give one mashup, make them both mash up.
I think we're all really overlooking lightsaber props because I feel like the reason why they had Obi-Wan's, like, yeah, they changed the emitter and a couple things, but you know, I think they just made their own props. But Obi-Wan's makes sense because it's more comfortable for him to actually use, you know, where like Anakin's that we saw, like the Graflex, it's just in a box, and it's
gonna be in a box.
and it resembles A New Hope. Vader's is A New Hope's. So I don't know.
Can someone explain this thing to me?
Anakin saber on himself?
Just keep it consistent. Like, if
no, I think he left it at home.
Can someone explain to me like what's going on with his hilt? Because I had people moaning like, what's going on with Obi-Wan's hilt? Have they changed something?
So A New Hope hilt in the Episode 3 hilt had a baby, and that's the one that's in this one.
Okay. So
Which makes sense,
Okay,
to be fair.
Yeah, I get you what you're saying, bro. Okay.
I don't think like you know, people are expecting it to be like, oh, we want to see them like working on it, like transferring from one to another. I don't.
We're
think it's
never
supposed
gonna
to be.
get that
I think
stuff.
it's supposed to be the exact same hilt. We're just really diving into the props.
Yeah.
Think about Han Solo's blaster throughout the movies. It changes.
They always
all.
change.
All the time.
And it's
They change in the same
blaster.
movie.
Yeah.
The Greedo killer is a different gun.
Yeah. So
Of the billion Star Wars fans out there, how many of them know the differences between those Obis? I think 9 of them are right here, and there's like 5 others. Like,
that's the other thing too, is that we're all we're into it. This is our passion. Like, we like this kind of stuff.
For the average person, I don't think they like give an F about it. Bro.
It says, he goes, "You have an awesome background, bro. Actually, the guy with the SpongeBob background definitely makes a gay kid."
Yeah.
Yeah, you're laughing now, but you should have seen what it was before, bro. Did they change Vader's hilt? I'm asked direct Blue Mamba. Like,
Dude,
you're
it's
the
a New
Vader
Hope.
god.
It's a New Hope.
New Hope V1, the one that's only in the movie for like 2 scenes.
Yeah, because there's another one where the clamp card is a bit lower to rest on the
one where he actually battles with. But the one that's on his hip is what they have for.
It would have been so fire if it was a DV3. Oh my god, that would have been.
It would have been.
I thought it was DV3. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be DV3.
But I'm stoked because it's the one I have. So
there you go.
The fact that
it's still relevant. You don't have to buy a new one, bruv.
Yeah,
you're good. You're good. I'm gonna go through these questions. I got 12. There was 13. I knocked off Cal Kestis. So I'm gonna go through. Anyone feel free to answer anything. And these are like the ones that got asked the most.
Yes.
So we just
and
go in order.
Them, yeah.
Let's do it.
Is there any chance that Darth Maul will show up?
No.
Zero. Everyone across the board, flat zero. Yeah.
No chance.
No way.
He does show up in 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Give it a few years.
I mean, here's the thing. So I think the problem is that it's probably 10
5,
years. I think.
No, Luke's still little.
Luke's a little. You're right. It's 5 years.
No,
Maybe. Let's split the difference. 7.
No, I don't like compromises. I want to fight.
Fight him to the death. Or live on YouTube. Go.
I think the thing is obviously a lot of people are coming to the Kenobi show not having watched Rebels. You know,
and
I think that's true.
For us that have watched Rebels, we know the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, but they use a lot.
We know that he's died a couple of times.
That's the next one.
Yeah.
All right, the next one. Do you think
Don't go
they have just
helicopter.
retcon Rebels with the Grand Inquisitor death?
Absolutely
not.
We have seen worse.
Not a chance. Rebels is the first thing that Disney made.
That's where like half these characters come from.
Disney actually done Rebels.
Yeah, Disney did Rebels.
Yeah, it was the first
actually
thing they did, right? So for me, I was just like, I'm going to check out this Rebels, see what Disney are doing with Star Wars, and I was like, I think it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Rebels fan. Like,
I think I like Rebels more than Clone Wars.
And plus, why would they
really
retcon
liking Rebels more?
Why would they retcon Rebels when they're making a live action sequel?
Ahsoka.
Why do that?
The Ahsoka show is essentially Rebels season 5.
Yeah,
so
it really is.
Yeah. So at this point, nothing.
What's the Grand Inquisitor saying in Rebels? All of Rebels. I've seen.
he's the main character.
I've seen most of it, but I don't remember. Like,
he's the main bad for a hot minute.
For
He
first
died in
season.
season 1, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he dies at the end of
He
season.
died in season 1. Oh,
The end of season 1.
Yeah, but he is the big bad of season 1.
Because they had to make way for Vader, so Vader becomes.
They needed a reason for Vader to come back,
and for Ahsoka to be in it, and Thrawn, and everything else that we love.
Yeah, it was very good.
So this is why, and also that's the same thing about the Maul question. It's just like if you've seen Rebels, you know why Maul's not coming back yet.
Well, it's just
because he's way away, losing his mind currently.
What's he doing right now? If you'd had to like say what he's doing, like what's he doing right now?
Past Crimson Dawn now, right?
It's a year. It's a year after Solo, so he still has hold of Crimson Dawn.
Oh,
yeah, so he's running drugs, bro.
Dude, I want to see more on that.
Yeah.
I hope Solo 2 and all that stuff comes out.
I'd rather see
1 year after
than an Andor, bro. Like Andor,
because
I don't know.
Solo takes place 9 years after Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna have to go back and look at every single scene on Tatooine and look for Millennium Falcon. You know, there's one somewhere.
Yes, you are. Yeah, for sure.
The next question, I'm just going to ask Kyberphonic directly.
There we go.
Did Vader's lightsaber sound the same? Because I couldn't tell. It sounded a little bit off.
It's different.
It is different. All right, yeah, there you go. Sam, if you're watching my G, your ears are working, bruv. It's a little bit different.
Here, bro. I'm here.
No, not this. No, the Sam who asked you the question. Sorry, bro.
What
did I say his second name, bro?
You should have killed me when you had the
Jeez!
Already.
Those extra long
missions,
man.
It's got to be Save It Trio. That speaker's too fire, bro. So sick, man.
Gee, I wonder if he's working on a new font.
I don't know, bro. I thought he was just humming it with his mouth then, bro. All right, next one. How do we feel about Reva? And do you think she will turn to the light side as she stared at that Jedi carving for way too long?
100%.
We need that
She
backstory.
carved that.
Full turn,
I'm
no.
convinced she carved
I like that theory.
Oh, I like that, actually.
I like
That's
that
kind
a
of-
lot.
After Order 66, she went through the Jedi underground railroad thing.
Yeah.
And She was in that room, and that's why she knew where the tunnel ended, and she knew the pilot that was going.
Do you reckon?
That's
You know
just
what?
good.
That is a
That
big
explains a lot
man
of
shout.
things.
That is really sick, man.
I like that.
Explains a lot of
Bravo.
things.
Nah, I reckon she's dying. I
Elvis,
reckon
I think
she's
you're going to
getting-
be.
No,
telling
she
us
turns
about
to the
it.
good,
Yeah,
and
she's
then
gone.
she's going to turn good, and then
get taken out by the Grand Inquisitor for sure.
That's why
Do
I'm
you think?
saying
Yeah,
not
I was going to
full
say. Do you
turn.
think the
Not
Grand
a full
Inquisitor
turn.
will kill?
He
will
comes
kill her
back and he's
over
like,
Vader. Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
stabs
don't
her
know,
in the
you
back.
are. Yeah, for sure.
I think that was
Like
the
off
original
screen
plan.
in the back.
There's rumors going around just now that they're changing things. I don't know how they can change things this late on. We've got 3 weeks until the finale, 2 weeks until the finale.
I
it's
think that's
impossible.
just a rumor.
There's no way in hell. So
That's
I pretty much
impossible.
agree with everyone. I think I've read some stuff. I'm not going to repeat it.
Oh yeah.
I will not repeat it.
Yeah, not
Sebastian
on here,
probably
bro.
knows what I'm talking about.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So yeah, I think she does kind of turn back and then gets yeeted by the Grand Inquisitor.
Pretty certain
I
she's going to get
think-
slapped.
She's gotta
Like,
die.
I think
she's gotta-
Vader
she's gotta
does
die.
it.
She's gotta die. You think
Hope.
Vader's
I think-
doing it?
I think Vader does it.
Really?
Yeah, but I think like if
Yeah.
Vader does it, he might look at the
What would
Grand
Grand
Inquisitor like a bit
Inquisitor
of a bitch, man. Like you did nothing.
The
bro.
Grand
Like, I
Inquisitor's
don't even
gonna be
need
like,
you, bro.
You think that's your chair? Nah, mate. Not having
Yeah,
it. Get out.
Hey, Vader's
hope
got
I
a
think-
chair, mate.
I think
Vader's
Vader.
chair is,
I think Vader
bling,
knows
mate.
Grand Inquisitor isn't dead,
Seeing
and
Vader's
he
castle
knows.
again.
I think Vader knows Grand Inquisitor isn't dead, and that he knows that Reva's lying to
He's
him.
playing her.
So he's like, "All right, let's play out. Let's
Ooh,
play
I like
this."
that.
Okay.
Grand Inquisitor is chilling in a back to tank until like episode 6.
Having flashbacks
Yeah,
about
Is that your
Tusken Raiders.
is that your thingy? Fucking hell. Theory. He's just jamming to the last episode now.
Think so.
I don't. Yeah, we don't have room to get him back until
Yeah.
the last episode.
Mhm.
I think
Do
next
you
one's got to be
think-
Reva.
Do you think Leia will come face to face with Lord Vader?
Hmm.
No.
Hope not.
No.
Because a lot
Would
of
it
people
ruin it, though,
are
if she
saying
did?
it will not retcon everything
I don't
else
think
because
it would ruin anything if
technically,
she did.
It wouldn't ruin
again,
anything.
I've spoken to
Actually-
Blue Mamba on this about it,
Actually,
but he did meet
She
Leia
knows
before.
Darth Vader when.
Yeah.
Darth
If you-
Vader. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, only you could be so bold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe
Yeah.
it might work.
I wouldn't mind if they got
knows
came
she
face to
needs
If
face.
they did, I
talking.
think it would be okay.
Yeah, they're fine.
That's also
Is it
Fine, it's all fine.
because
Is it-
they're
I
still
mean,
in
there's-
Imperial
there's-
Senate right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I
Like,
think
there's
so.
a big possibility because he's met Moff Tarkin, and he's always there with him. So possibly, it doesn't change anything if she does
Mhm.
at all.
And Vader doesn't figure out it's his daughter until he pulls it out of
Jesus.
Luke's head.
Luke,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm,
The Death
Even
Star,
though
right?
And they were like
standing right in
face
front
to
of him on
face
the Death
quite
Star.
a lot.
Here's a
Yeah.
question
So-
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask this question. I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean rude, boys. But I will forget because I'm fucking stupid. Do you think? Nini said Reva again. God damn it. Do you think Reva pulled out something from Vader, and that's how she knows he's
No.
Anakin, or do you think she actually saw him in a temple?
I'm gonna
Balance.
assume that.
I think
yeah.
she
Grand
seen it.
Inquisitor. What did he
think
say in
it's
episode
simple.
1? You came from the rats, mate. The rat
Yeah.
sewers or whatever. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, do you think
Oh,
there's
it's
something there?
definitely-
Maybe
Temple.
I can't
Yeah.
see Anakin sparing her. Like he's just chopped off.
No, I
kids
think-
Oh,
left and right.
She might have
I-
just. She might have witnessed it.
I think she's one of the kids at the beginning of at the
100%.
beginning of
Yeah,
Order
yeah,
66.
100%, yeah.
So when they end that scene and they're like, "What do we
Probably
do
seen
now?"
one.
and Reva says, "We run."
You run.
I
Gold
think-
on the this is good.
I think that's the beginning of the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
We run, and now it's her story. Like
Yeah.
they're like, "Hey, remember
back
where we
to her,
were
yeah.
3 episodes ago?" And now they pick it up.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Those
just if
five
we get a
kids, they look like
continuation
they
of
may
that
have gotten
opening
out.
scene.
Look at how much
It'll be a
detail
real
and work
episode.
was put into recreating that temple and
Yeah,
everything.
that,
I mean,
that
they,
whole that's how you start a show, bruv. Like
Yeah,
the
no,
real
the
life 501st
flashback thing.
armor
And do you know what's
show.
sick? Like I watched your lot's watch party on YouTube Siv's channel,
Mhm.
and you all had the same reaction as me. Like that bloody flashback thing recap. Sorry,
Mhm.
that was done so good, man.
The
And it
recap.
looked
I love the
actually
recap.
sick. Like I don't know if they had like some filter on it or something, but it looked fresh, mate.
Mhm.
And then it started with Order 66. Like that's how you start a show. Like that was a big flex, man.
Yeah.
To start a show like that is huge.
I like how they've been dude when they started Book of Boba with him getting out of the Sarlacc pit, dude. That was all I needed out of that series.
Yeah, there you go. He's alive.
Just needed to know how he got out, and that was it.
Yeah, you can set it off now. Get out of here.
So real quick, I got a little more to that theory. So,
go,
where I think it's going to pick up with Order 66. So me and Jesse and Carter and we all rewatched this last night. So the scene that Obi-Wan sees in the security tapes of the Jedi thing, right? When it shows the Emperor talking to Anakin or Darth, that has to be in the temple. And so what I think is after he sends him to go to the temple, and then he makes all his phone calls to the Order 66, around the galaxy. After he does that, he goes and checks up on Anakin to make sure he actually is like doing what he's saying. So he shows up to the temple and it's like, oh, you're on board. Cool. All right. Go to Mustafar now, right? So I think Reva's hiding actually sees him. You've done well, Darth Vader. Like I think she sees that. So I think we actually get
that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that explains how she knows.
Yeah. I would like
100%. She literally just saw him.
That is.
We should all be directors, dude.
And then that's when you're going to get Quaylen.
Not me, bro.
That's when you're going to get Quaylen.
I'd be calling her fucking Reva.
That could work.
Yeah, Quaylen finds the group of kids and brings them through the Underground Railroad thing.
There you go.
Holy shit.
I figured it out, dude.
Holy
this is
shit.
Jeez. Hey, mate, it's done, mate.
That's not how it works, man. They could have done it like that.
Oh, I'm telling you, if Deborah Chow's watching this, she's so pissed at Elvis right now.
Yeah, she's raging, mate.
If Dave Filoni's watching this, call me, dude.
She's pissed for one of two reasons. One, because he's just planted it just exactly as it is, or two, they didn't do it, and they're like,
and she's sweating, mate.
That was so much better.
The next question is a bit of a bait one. You could all fucking nod. Will they fight again? Like all saying they're pretty much going to fight again. Yeah.
No, I'll be the holdout. I'll think that they have a weird kind of confrontation that's not a direct one.
It's fair, man. It's fair. It's fair. All right.
I hope for a fight. I just want to see how it does.
They play swords at the urinal.
Yeah, exactly.
They just play fucking Connect 4, mate.
No, or Obi keeps on
I see your sword bigger than mine.
I kind of want to see it though. If I don't see it, sadly.
Vader, full costume, going at it, man. Hungry.
Does he even still have one?
What are we talking about right now?
It's some shitty fucking game, bro. Next one, yeah. Did the sabers look a little bit off? It kind of looked like an entire fan film up to the point he got pushed through the fire.
I think the sabers look good. I think he's just thinking the lighting is,
So here, let me, if I can, and I'm totally latching onto that new Rockstars guys thing. Is it kind of plays into the whole idea that Obi had in the beginning when he was talking to Leia. Is what's the Force like? It's it's like turning on the light in the dark, and how he's kind of blinded by his light, which is his safety net, because he's overly reliant on it. So I mean, literally, his lightsaber blinds him. He cannot see where Darth Vader comes from, because he's so set in the past and how he works on things. So that's why I kind of came down from, this looks a little overblown and wacky and kind of lame. But no, it's like a visual metaphor about how he's he's lost his way. He doesn't have his sight. He's blinded. And he's ironically blinded by the light.
That's deep, dude. I like that.
Not my thought. Not my thought at all. I'm just totally latching onto it.
I can see why people think it's a fan film. Just the way certain things would be. For me personally, The Force Awakens. Great. The Force Awakens, when Kylo's fighting Finn, everything's lit on his face. That looks fantastic to me, man. That looks so sick.
Even the leak about that fight.
Oh yeah,
with the Force push thing. Even then, I was like, it looked like a fan film, but I was like, I know it's not, because no fan film's doing that kind of wire work. Where he got yanked.
No,
even then, I was like, the lighting looks weird here. I don't know.
My only thing is the physical location. It could have had some more moisture evaporators.
Yeah, if you would have changed the location, it was
it was just piles of rocks. I can go ask the local quarry if I can film there, and they'll probably be like, sure, $20.
Yeah.
Didn't one of you say though, maybe it was on purpose? Maybe it was supposed to look very dark, kind of dead, and then the next fight is going to be Mustafar explosions.
I've kind of thought that a few of Disney's lightsaber fights have kind of given off that feeling. You think about Finn and Rey versus Kylo in episode 7.
They're not prequel Jedi. Because think about the very beginning. that was a prequel Jedi right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole intro Order 66.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think that she was. Does anyone know her name? Is she just a random?
That's the stunt. That's the stunt actress for who?
Fennec Shan.
For Fennec Shan, yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay,
and for Mulan, right?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that film. But yeah, we move. Yeah, no, she was. Sorry, Disney. I love these remakes. Turning
back to the lightsabers, though. Does anyone think they have more of an audio flicker than before? I feel like
they're flickering like mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? As in
tech
just
now,
pulsating? You mean?
Like they downloaded some FET 263 shit right there. Like,
no, they got a guy out. They got a guy off remote controlling it.
Well,
I just remember them being more static in the prequels. Like, I think there's more.
Yeah, because it was purely CGI, where we're getting like real lighting now.
The most I know about them is that they only last about 10 minutes. They have huge batteries on the inside of them. They're pretty much nothing but scrolling on, scrolling off, and I don't even and I think some flashes of white on them. But I think they just have some random sequencers in them. I don't think they have like too much remote control kind of aspects to them. I think for on and off, maybe.
I'd assume they would keep it kind of dim because they don't want to blow out.
Again,
you just want a little bit of light
if you're going with the metaphors that I have, or like the kind of thought process that I have, you want it to literally kind of play into that. I think
the sequel trilogy, I think they did a good
absolutely
amount of light. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. I mean, but the sequel trilogy also didn't have any light casting. That's the other problem with using real lightsabers.
What do you mean, bro? Explain.
Light casting, as in this is a physical light source. This gives off light
for sequels.
For prequels.
Yeah.
You had said sequels.
There's like one.
You said sequels, but we'll let you off, bruv. We'll let you off.
Oh, did I? I meant prequels.
Yeah, there was one scene where Anakin was fighting Dooku.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah,
that's the only one.
That was the first thing I thought. I was like, damn, I don't know if we've ever seen that blue cast on his face before. And I was
it's one of the reasons why they do have like actual sabers instead of just CGIing everything else, is because obviously they up it in post always, but the fact that they've already got the sort of the light sources there, they can just makes such a difference, and it makes it feel tangible.
That's like one of the biggest things about their environment that they film in with Mando.
In the making of Mando, didn't they show Ahsoka's? And I thought they were tethered to someone like controlling something.
They have somebody controlling them wirelessly.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I was just
they got someone fucking
so
controlling the lights,
the effects. Yeah.
Oh, damn, bro.
Well, so like
because if they're clashing, they need to have that light source, so someone will be sitting there going clash.
Yeah,
I get.
Well, I know they have antennas sticking out on them. Some of them.
Well, there's I think there's a combo on it because I know some of the people who are in the white armor in this series, and though he was talking to me about the actual props that they used on set, and like I think I don't doubt any of what you guys are saying, absolutely not. But I think they do have radio controlled ones. I did not get the impression that they are using something like that for these ones, although they could very well be. He just told me about how long that they last and how ridiculously bright they are.
Yeah, every single series they're just upping it and upping it and upping it.
Yeah. So
does the dark saber have that? Does anyone know off the top of your head? Does the dark saber have that? Like when he ignites it, do you get like the white reflection on his face?
Yeah. The dark saber is the dark saber's blade's actually rubber.
Is it
really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know he didn't use it for like some of the fight because he was hitting too hard and breaking them. So he used Ahsoka's. You could pause and
you're getting called out. Hold up. What are you fucking eating, bruv? I just noticed
you're down on pizza, man.
What are you fucking eating?
Let's see it.
Pizza, dude.
Give me a bite. Give me a bite.
Pretty cheesy,
yeah.
Easy.
When Din fights the dude with the dark saber, what was his name?
Moff
Gideon. When Din is fighting Moff Gideon, Moff Gideon's not actually using the dark saber in a couple shots. He's using Ahsoka's Shoto.
Really?
You could pause.
I remember Favreau or someone saying he broke it. He got really into it or something.
And he was. They were using Ahsoka's
That's so random, man. Like, isn't there a scene in number 3 where they like switch sabers for a split second? There is.
There's a few scenes. At
really?
One point in time. Yeah, like at some point in time, the Emperor is using Anakin's hilts
because he was supposed to.
That was filmed on purpose.
Yeah, no, I know, but it ended up becoming a mistake later because they didn't reshoot it. You know. Yeah.
Same thing in Obi and Anakin inside the control room on Mustafar. They had each other's sabers in their hands at one point.
That I don't know. I don't know how they explain that. I think that was a fuck up. But
no, I think that was also written, but then changed.
They switched sabers for a second.
Yeah, they do. I think
kind of answered most of these, but there is 1, 2, 3 ones that no one said anything. But we sort of said this. Do you think they'll make a season 2, or is this it? And then my guy's putting capital letters. He's not playing games here, bruv. And if they do, this season will be dead.
No, I think my opinion is that if they have a season 2, it will be one overarching story.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, and I think that the first season was just supposed to be a tease. Yeah, because I don't think him sitting around watching Luke constantly. I think you can get away with Obi-Wan coming out of hiding once.
Yeah,
one time.
So how would he even show up in something like Andor? Yeah, I mean,
so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, and I might have said this on that other stream too. Like you could do stuff like Chrysanthemum in the comic books coming to, he had to protect Owen's farm from Chrysanthemum.
Sure.
And what's that one group that ride the bikes on Tatooine? The not the Power Rangers, but the like gangster people.
The ones that Boba killed without
pirates.
The ones he's hired. Those guys, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there were comic books where Obi-Wan had to do things to like protect the farm,
Tusken Raiders, right?
But at that point, it's like a sitcom. It's like Law and Order. It's like this week on Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I can literally literally hear all of the comments going, "Why don't they just bring in Vader?" When he's sitting there having a big showdown with the Tusken Raider guy or whatever. It's like, we should just bring in Vader. This is dumb.
Yeah. I don't want to.
I got a big man question here. Yeah, this is a big one.
That's definitely not for me. I'm too short.
This, to be honest, don't start. I'm probably shorter than you, bruv. In fact, I'm doing a Kylo cosplay, and I actually got boots amplified just to make sure.
You got lifts? How tall are you? Yeah, how tall are you? I'm curious.
I'm 5'10", bro.
That's not short, dude.
That's average height.
Bro, when I went to States, I was like that. All right, mate. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, you're right. I'm like,
yeah, we do grow them big here, but I'm 5'6", bro.
Hormones.
All right, big question here, yeah? Do you think it will end with Vader thinking Obi-Wan's dead?
Yes.
Or do you think Obi-Wan will escape and in his mind, he's like, cool, I have to still hunt for this guy. I'm like abbreviating what he's saying.
I feel like he's going to think Obi-Wan's dead.
Yeah. Look how...
Let's go back to a line in A New Hope. Grand Moff Tarkin. He said, Obi-Wan Kenobi, surely he's dead by now.
Yeah.
So I think Vader knows he's alive.
Yeah. You think he just mellowed in his old age,
bro?
though?
What do you mean?
Well, Grand Moff Tarkin said, surely he's dead by now. You said that to Vader.
From fucking old age? Or like he's just dead, as in like he got killed by Vader.
All right, so yeah, maybe he'll get away.
I'm thinking if they fight, let's just say hypothetically, they're fighting on Mustafar and it's on some sort of like
2.0 rematch.
Let's say it looks the fucking same, but the environment ain't being destroyed, yeah, and it's crystal clear. There's no one to get involved. Like, how does he escape? The only way I see it is if Reva jumps in to save Obi-Wan, and she gets destroyed by Vader, and in that time, like he bounces. Like that's the only thing I can think. And then
you just have to hide on the backside of the asteroid, and then no one sees you.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, but is that an Obi-Wan's character though? To like run away from a fight to allow somebody else to sacrifice himself? Like, I don't feel like that's Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan would be the guy.
How does it
we'll have to see. This is where I'm
pretty sure he's dead.
What?
He pushes him into some sort of fucking hole, and he's like, "I ain't going in there," but it looks dead to me. So he's gone, bro. And he turns around and he just jumps out.
What if Vader being so strong in episode 3 of the season of the series is a total misdirect?
No, I just think Vader's been on his game for 10 years, and Obi-Wan's been cutting meat
in a cave.
But here's another line. Here's another line, though. You know, when I left you, I was but the learner. Now I'm the master. So what if Obi-Wan comes back for the second fight and kicks his ass?
I don't see it.
I don't know.
I think that was maybe
that would be
when he went to the dark side. Maybe.
Then why doesn't Obi-Wan just completely do the whole dang thing and go fight the Emperor after he kicks Vader's ass?
No.
They did make a pretty hardcore statement with Vader basically fighting the entire thing with one hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I really hope we get a scene where all of a sudden he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta go two-handed." Like,
I think Obi-Wan's going to heavily rely on.
I love how
that would be really sick.
I'm telling you,
Matt? The way has an announcement.
I got to take off. I got an emergency.
Cool, brother.
Sorry.
Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it, bro. Take it easy.
Take care, Matt.
Easy, man.
Honestly, guys, I'm being serious with this one. Like, what if Obi-Wan kicks his ass and it's Vader who retreats? And that means he left him. He left Obi-Wan with the psyche and the mindset of, oh shit, I've still got some stuff to learn here.
So, I mean, it's either going to be one or the other.
The only way that works, I think, is if we get Vader out of his helmet where he has to control his lungs. And that's also a reason they would
cut Vader's helmet again.
Bruh, I'm a go.
Elvis is like winning
right now.
And that's why it changes.
Hire this guy, bro.
I don't care about the show. I just want to watch Elvis's version.
So sick. So basically, like he would like kind of damage him or something. So he just needs to like take a breather, sort of thing. Turns around and he's gone, mate. Sort of thing.
He has a sleeper attack while he's in his back to tank. I don't know.
and he's sleep apnea stops working.
He's flapping around. He's like plugging his arm in and shit. Like,
we have that suit up scene, but it's him on the floor.
I mean, everyone has that vision from Rebels with Anakin Sith Eye coming through the helmet. Like, I think everybody wants that.
Yeah,
I want full helmet off.
I'd like
the series.
You want to show Hayden's busted up ballsack face.
Yeah. And when he's busted up, it's going to come up
with no eyebrows.
No eyebrows, bro.
I think that's why they've shown him like in the tank with the breathing, mouthpiece on. Because with that gone, it would be his full face.
He's got that big mark on his head on Return of the Jedi. I'd love to see that's how he gets the mark is from this.
He cuts right through the helmet.
I thought it was already there.
I don't think it was.
I thought it was.
He's got the mark yet in the back to tank.
Yeah, I didn't see that
big gash. It's like,
man, Elvis is spitting fire.
He really is.
Fire, bro.
Good stuff.
Dude, ask Jesse. Like, we'll talk. Like last night, we talked till 4 o'clock in the morning. I just keep rewatching every single scene. I'm like, okay, this has to explain this. Has to explain this. Like it. Like, I don't know. I'm working out the timeline in my head. I got to make it right.
You got a solid one. I'll give you that, dude.
Yeah,
I got a fan. I got a. This is a theory now. This is a theory going around. You know that droid that picked up Kenobi? No fucking start, bruv. You know that droid that
dude? No,
some people are saying it's fucking Rex.
No,
or someone in a costume. Is it a hard
it's
no?
It's a robot.
Is it a hard no?
Droid. It's a droid.
Because he held the hammer and he has emotions. And all
yeah,
this
but
shit.
when you hear the motions, it's also look at the fucking neck, dude. And look at
like it may be somebody in the suit, but it's supposed to be a droid. Like, there may be physically somebody in there.
There's full videos online about this. You know
I know.
Are they from Mike Zero?
They're insane.
Mike Zero.
I was going to say somebody else.
How the loader droid is secretly Snoke. And retconning all of Disney.
I'm still waiting for Mace Windu to be fucking Snoke, mate. I remember those shoes going around. I was like, Mace, bro.
I full on think it's a person in a costume, but
thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So it could be, but I don't think it is. I think it's a droid.
No, I think Elvis is saying
person in a costume.
Person in a costume, and then it's just
even then, like I look at it and I'm like, those don't look right.
There's a simple
Saber
answer.
Fonts. The chosen one.
Hey, the chosen one is here. How you doing, brother? What's that?
How you all doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
Got another UK guy up in here. Let's go,
I think
mate.
it could be like, you know how they did
wait, wrong people.
L3, where it was like she wore like the green underneath, and then that way they made it, look very droid-like.
But okay, so I mean, there's a simple explanation. This is a droid programmed by people running the Jedi Underground Railroad. This droid's purpose is to protect this hidden tunnel.
The railroad.
Yeah. So I mean,
okay, but when is Bad Batch?
Oh, don't.
Before this,
it's happening.
It's before this, but like
well, the first season is before this, but Bad Batch season 2 might be around here.
Fucking droid costume.
Maybe
because it gets views, Jesse.
It gets views, bro. It gets
views.
Bro.
Yeah. Gets the views.
Yeah, baby.
That ain't even a reach. That's a fucking Mr. Fantastic reach, bro. That is like really fucking spaghetti, bro. Spaghetti.
Apparently, Hayden wasn't in the fight scene. I believe that.
He wasn't.
Chosen one, real quick, because you joined late, brother. What is the one thing you need to see? Or this
we need to
thing's
get
gonna
you a
go downhill for you? Apart from the fight.
Backing off of what you guys were saying earlier, I need a scene of Hayden and Ewan in a flashback, just like a conversational scene. Like that's always been one of the biggest critiques of the prequels, is that really sort of fleshing out that friendship and that brotherly bond between the two of them that they sort of teased in the beginning of episode 3. Just sort of expanding upon that. Like I think you could really use the emotional gravity of that by the end of the show, where Obi-Wan at that point is redefining his purpose to where Anakin could still come home, but I might not be the one to bring him home. I'm going to put all of my energy into protecting Luke and keeping him safe. And then maybe a flashback plays in his head.
Yeah,
of a conversation he had with Anakin way back when.
Well,
all in like, I like it, man. I like it. Are we all in agreement that like next episode will probably be
flashback?
Some sort of flashback?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think maybe both. I think maybe both, Jesse. I think there's both Reva flashback for Reva, and hey, why we're doing flashback since Kenobi's got 3rd-degree burns that he needs to like heal away real quick. Why don't we throw back to Hayden and
I mean, on that, like I had this.
Anybody think Ahsoka's going to be there? Because I have a feeling Ahsoka might be there too.
Nah, no way.
The flashback? Why not?
So,
I'm sorry, Chosen One.
She's in so much. Right? They need to relax.
I'm sorry. You'll have to start over. I started talking over you.
Sebastian's talking about teenage Ahsoka though.
Oh yeah, no chance.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, are we? Am I right in assuming we would all like a nice Anakin hallway scene?
No, she's like,
oh mate.
How old is Ahsoka in season 5 Clone Wars?
17, I think.
Old enough to party.
Fuck you know.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just felt like saying
that. Yo, so back to Hayden not being in the suit. You want me to ruin your guys' day?
He's not in the suit.
No. Just not related to Kenobi, but you know how cool Mando was in Boba.
Yeah,
I feel like he wasn't. I feel like it wasn't.
No, he wasn't
every time, bro. He was there every day.
No. Who?
Was there,
Who are you
bro?
talking
You
about?
can't convince me, fam.
Pedro's not in this.
No,
Pedro's there. Nah,
you
Pedro's
guys,
every day, bro. He's a trooper.
Did you guys not even see the panel of like during Summer Celebration? There's 2 people who play physical Mando.
Yeah,
and Pedro's only there when the mask comes off. One of them is for the gunslinging.
He's busy, bro. He's having fucking lunch on that panel.
No,
bro.
one of them is John Wayne's grandson.
I don't want to know that, but I do know.
Really?
And then the other one is.
I wish I didn't fucking know that. If I'm being honest,
and the one guy handles all the melee stuff. Yeah.
Who's the guy with the gun? Why is he?
Brendan Wayne. That's John Wayne's grandson.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then here, let me. I'm forgetting the other guy for a hot second here, but he's the one who handles all of the physicality and like the martial arts, like the martial arts stuff.
Doesn't that suck to hear?
Yeah, I could.
No,
really
like Vader. So Vader's probably never Hayden until we see his face.
That's if that just going off that. He
look at how much money they would save by not having him in the suit when they need it. I mean,
I was saying this the other day that if they use him in the back of Vader, they could just use Vader, but they went to the effort to bring Hayden back.
But you could use him for the back.
I like being in the fucking suit, and I scared everyone when I'm in the suit, and blah blah blah. Like, unless he's just saying that, which is a bit dead.
That's why we're gonna have a helmetless fight.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe.
Think of the Rebel.
Or you're gonna have a flashback.
Ahsoka Vader duel when that helmet gets smashed off.
Yeah, man.
Part of that one. Or maybe Vader just
makes sense.
pulls like half of it off.
Or they only used him to put on the suit in the first place, and anytime he's in the back to tank.
Or they just had him train with lightsaber stuff, so that way they could put it in behind the scenes, and we'd all be happy.
Or the only scene we've got is that episode fucking 3. He's sitting in the desert with his hood up for 5 seconds. Maybe it's just that.
Well, no, Hayden was
how
on.
Much money they'd save by having just a random stunt actor?
Oh yeah. Just get some.
No, Hayden was on British TV a few weeks back. We've got a show we called The One Show on BBC. and they were asking him about the suit and whatnot. He said how difficult it was to fight
And
in it. So
and he bulked up for it.
He
too.
did. He didn't fight it.
Yeah.
He's making it up. He's lying.
I mean,
it just makes us happy.
Well, so you have to. So the other thing you have to consider, though, and during productions and stuff, is that you need to have versatility. So if maybe they wanted to maybe he did make the cut too. Like all of that considering. You need to have ideally you want to use the actor, but sometimes the actor isn't going to be capable to make the stuff look good.
If Hayden's willing to do most of the stunts, so he's probably done about 70 to 80% of it.
Yeah, absolutely. But Hayden also hasn't fought in a full restrictive vision and suit. So maybe he's good enough outside of the suit, but maybe he's not in. But you have somebody who can do that. I'm just saying, there's multiple options of how it can or cannot.
And it's so easy to just have a stunt actor be.
Yeah,
Vader
because you don't see his face. He's just in a Darth Vader costume.
That scene, bro, with the fire in his eyes.
There's definitely stunt footage in the suit, but I'd be willing to bet Hayden's also there and filmed a few scenes, and it just a lot of what made it the cut was probably a stunt person. The whole scene that we saw in the last episode, I'm confident Hayden was there in a suit.
Just watching.
At least 1%.
Yeah, I get you. I've seen videos of people saying it was him walking through the town because I know how he walks. So
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
I got nothing. I'm gonna let it be there.
Well, and also, who cares if it is the stunt guy?
To be honest, Jesse's
that's literally my point.
Mando for me now, so I just don't
know.
Fucked it for me, bro. I got 3 questions left
because I love fucking Mando and Boba, the Mando episodes in Boba. So good.
Yeah, man. I hope this. I genuinely hope nothing would please me more than seeing a full-on Reva set in Order 66 time, and through her training, that flashback. Nothing would please me more than having half an episode of that, and what Chosen was saying, half of an episode of fucking Anakin.
Well, I think there could be a mixture of all of it. I think the beginning we get of episode 1 with the Order 66 scene. I think that's going to merge with Anakin's scene, and that's how she knows Anakin's Vader.
Yeah,
and I think that's going to be you're going to see Anakin mowing down people. It's going to be similar to the village scene, but he's going to be doing it with Jedi instead, and it's going to be a sort of full circle on that.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to show us then, Mr. Kyber?
The stunt guys.
Why are you fucking showing me, bro? Oh, is it? Is that him? Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, they fucked it, bro. They fucked it. Yeah, they've got to have a. I need to.
Why is Daniel Radcliffe dressed up like fucking Obi-Wan?
Yeah,
Leviosa.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are the cards on the table? Because I had somebody told me that there's got 2 main people who do the suits, and there's one walking guy and then one guy for the stunts.
Oh, okay.
That's the Michael Myers stuff.
I'm not surprised by that, to be fair.
It don't bother me if that's how it is.
No, that's just what I've known from sources.
Okay, I got 3 last questions.
I just love when people are like, "I know how Hayden walks." I'm like, "Do you know him?"
Listen, don't doubt it, bro. Hayden, everyone knows how Hayden walks, and we know that's fucking Rex. That's Rex in that suit. Kyber Phonic's just being mean because Pedro wasn't in a few episodes, and he's
a big
salty, mate. He's salty, bro. That's all it is. Like me now,
saltier than potato chips.
It's no different in the original trilogy. At the end, when
put it in the bin
in Jedi, when he takes his mask off and it's Sebastian Shaw, it's just all the rest of the time it's Dave Proud. It's the same. It's no different.
At least they told him about that one. Hold up. Hold up. That is pretty sick. I can't lie. That is pretty sick.
That is good.
Yeah.
Speaking of David Prowse, I'm curious if anyone else noticed this, but so in A New Hope, when Vader says, "I sense a presence, something I haven't sensed since,"
and then just chips
and he just turns around and walks, right?
I think you forgot the rest of the line.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's like,
since I met Obi-Wan inside.
I don't think James Earl Jones forgot the line when he recorded it later, but
yeah, they're like, the actor forgot about this, so we got to cut it out, James. Sorry, it's just
so when he's looking at the fire, he just all of a sudden he kind of has this inquisitive look, and you don't see his face, you see the helmet, but it's kind of inquisitive, and then he just turns around and spins out of there. And it's like, dang, it seems so symmetrical. So like that, it's like a rhyme, you know?
What the fuck is that you're
holding?
holding?
It's like faster, more intense.
It's fucking Gumby, dog.
Gumby.
You don't know
You don't
Gumby?
know Gumby?
How old are you?
Gumby?
Making me feel old.
Do you not watch Gumby?
We don't
Bro,
have it.
it's like a fucking... I don't know what that is, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's far away. Hold on, I'm going to zoom you in.
Question.
Hold up.
Green.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, man.
It's Gumby.
Very green.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it somewhere. I've definitely seen it somewhere. But yeah, I'm gonna go for these goddamn questions. Hold up. Is it just me?
I don't have
or is the
Pokey,
saber? Is it just me? Was it just me? Sorry, or was Kenobi's lightsaber ignition boring as shit?
It was Darth Vader from Rogue One.
Kenobi. So like, you know, they were. I know one of you lot was saying like,
who said that?
Kenobi, a few times they were like hinting at Kenobi turning on the saber, and then when he turns it on, I'm assuming she means like.
Not the
stop
sound.
there and then do it like full frame, take your time, and then you know, because in the episode
it wasn't epic.
Like,
it wasn't
underwhelming.
Timing of it
No, I don't think boring as shit. I thought it was pretty sick.
Yeah, because you were teasing
not
so
too
much.
great, not too bad, but yeah, it's all right.
I think also like if you keep
turn on
doing
because you're a
that,
scared little bitch.
if you keep looking for those moments, like the entire show is just going to be like hero moments. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like
then
you're going to need
like
understated moments.
God, it's so self-indulgent too. Just
Yeah.
oh, Obi-Wan's so cool all the time.
It did feel a little bit misplaced because they were teasing it and teasing it and then all of a sudden just to go around the corner and then go, oh shit, what's going on?
Well, that's the thing though, is I don't like a lot of people think that they were teasing it, but were they? He kept running from all
they
of
were
the
teasing it.
How? He just pulls out a lightsaber. He's like, I'm not going to use it. He's afraid. He's running constantly.
He's literally running away.
Constantly running. How is that a tease of, just wait till I pop this bad boy on? He's like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to use this. I don't want any part of it.
They're being
you're all waiting for, and the studio know that, the writers know that, the director knows that, and
that's why he's right. Elvis is right. You will get that, but later, once he is reassured. That's when you'll get the hero turn on, and everyone will fucking lose it.
You're gonna get the superhero landing of lightsaber.
You know what? Now I hope you don't. I'm a contrarian. Let's go. Let's fight.
I just, you know what? I'll see at this moment in time. I'll take him jumping down and then just going, "Hello there."
Yeah,
for a laugh.
That's actually the next question. No cap. Do you think hold hello there? Like,
no, I had to get to the right spot for this.
Hey, Island Jedi say no, bro. Hey,
I say no,
up, bro. You say no, bro.
No.
No, as well. He's not going to say hello there.
I reckon he will.
As much as I'd want him to, I don't think he will.
Yeah.
It's a missed thing, though, isn't it, man?
If he does, it's going to be like fucking ham-fisted in there. Like he goes back and he sees Luke, and like Owen's like, "Owen, I want you to meet Luke," and he's like, "Hello there." Like that's when he'll do it.
All right,
yeah, because you don't want it to come across as like cheesy or corny. It's like, "Hello there." It's like you want it to kind of work.
It'll be ultra cheese. It's going to be the next fight with Vader, and he's going to go like this.
Oh, mate, no.
Oh, my God.
Hello there.
No.
He's got a really, like, his back is completely arched out, too, like all the fans do.
You know that walk we were saying earlier on? He's like, a presence I've not felt since, and he walks off. He's just going to go, all right, I'm out. He's like, I'm out. I'm
done. Vader's going to say hello there.
Oh, mate.
Oh, God.
I would be so awful. I'd love it.
I would love that.
All right, I got last one. This is the juicy one here, yeah? Because I actually thought about this and I'm not too sure. Last question. Where will Reva take Leia? To Vader or to the Inquisitors?
Oh, good question.
Vader.
Vader.
She doesn't like the Inquisitors. She wants all the credit.
That's actually
no, because Vader's pissed that she even went and kidnapped him.
Yeah,
oh wait, no, then he came around.
Like,
I'm sorry,
they
my
all,
bad.
They all stayed place, bro. Like they did not move, and then she ran into the thing. So she has Leia now. So what's she gonna do with her?
Or she might not do either. She might just keep. She seems so hell bent on getting Kenobi herself.
Oh, maybe like just putting her in a cupboard, sort of thing.
Maybe Leia will start to flip her. Maybe Leia's like the thing that actually starts chipping away.
Maybe.
Yo, yeah. Simon, what's all these Morbius stuff?
It's
bro.
I'm
gonna say right now,
I haven't seen Morbius yet. I still
do not see it.
I still
do not
see it. No,
The thing
do
is,
not
this
see it.
whole
Is it coming back out
scenario
in
is
theaters?
Yes,
Oh, there we go.
now,
I finally.
bruv.
It's
Is there a
People are
memeing
memeing it back into the theater.
Bro,
How
I
does
was
that work?
watching State of Play, fucking Capcom, Resident Evil 4, and I look at the live chat, I'm like, yo, man, they must be gas. Nah, bruv, it's Morbin time. Morbius 2.
So what's
Let's
Morbin
get
time?
Morbius 2.
And
I'm
not
like,
in a
what
good
is
way.
going on, bro?
It's
Like,
Morbin
what is
time.
actually happening right now?
Do you know what's
Why
more
is that popular
enjoyable?
now?
Do you know what's
'Cause it's
more
funny.
enjoyable
I
than
go-
the fact that they keep doing it and it's a meme-tastic is how pissed Semz gets every time somebody says it. I love
I
it.
can relate. That
fucking
movie
shit,
is
bro.
It's almost as bad as someone saying Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
it's the
Yeah,
same
actually,
thing.
no. I'd rather watch Morbius again than Bad Batch. I'm gonna be real, just because it ends quicker.
Omega.
Watch.
I hate
Watch.
him, mate. I hate
That was
him.
some real senpai ooh kind of shit
Been
right there.
practicing, mate. Been practicing.
Watch
what's up.
Semz's face when we say Morbius, Bad
Bro,
Batch,
Morbius sucks,
Alien
bro.
3.
Oh yeah, bro.
Hell, Alien 3 is the best one.
His face just dropped, bro.
And
Bro,
Justice League.
Alien 3. Nah.
What's up, Cole?
Alien
You're
3
late.
is-
Cool,
Oh,
baby.
Canon.
And you've
Yeah,
been on
nah,
the treadmill
yeah.
the whole time too, because I know I talked to him right before getting on.
Bro, you've been running for an
Lateef
hour and
Crowder.
35 minutes.
Well, maybe not the whole time.
Bro, yeah, no, man. No
Have you
one needs
seen
to run that
Cole?
long,
Dude,
bro.
Yeah,
He's lean as fuck, bro. Super chisel
Shredded,
thing.
man.
I know, I've seen, bro. He's got the Robert Pattinson chin and everything, bro. I know, bro. I've seen it, man. I've seen it.
Something in the
I
way.
need to go do physical stuff.
Something.
Cole, did you see how that guy got upset about your post on the Electrum page?
Electrum?
Yeah,
Sabercrafts?
yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah,
What'd you do?
Cole posted, well, they've actually allowed like certain hilts can now take CFX and new chassis with the new connectors. I know Jeremy was doing one because I've been bitching for like the last couple of weeks in these live chats about my Aurora and how Jeremy wouldn't do it. And then Cole sent it directly to me and I was like, oh my God, this is actually amazing. And then I wrote to Jeremy and Jeremy was like, yep, I can do it. And I was like, oh, great. And then I went back to check it and someone was like, oh, he's a punk for putting that on there. And I was like, man, I don't think so. But I thought it was really cool, the fact that they can actually take, because having the ignition, the electric
speaking of
ignition,
punk,
is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Here, sorry, it's a little bit of a tangent, but since we're talking about punks, check this out.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is.
No,
Why
that's
didn't you show
really
me that? Why didn't you show me that first? You showed me fucking bad.
Yo,
Batch,
can you bring that a
Like,
little closer?
you fucked the
Wait,
stream for me, bro.
this
Like,
one?
my mood's gone downhill, bro.
This one?
Oh, that's
What are they giving it out for free?
Yeah, if you got into
of course
the
it's free. Of course it's free. Get out of it. They printed it and then Disney looked
Throw
at
it
it
in
and
the
they're like, ugh.
yeah, you know, you get
They
you
just
can
wanna
get
comment
you
on
can
it.
get one of
Get
these
rid of it,
if
bro. Get
you
it
got
for
to
free,
the panel. And then this is actually from we went to a punk
I
club
love that poster.
and there was
Yeah, that's
just
fine, man.
yeah, man, it was all just like emo
That's
to
cool.
early 2000s music just pumping out and stuff. And we were all just rocking out with lightsabers,
Cool,
stormtroopers,
like,
Darth
like,
Vader was
like,
there.
like,
Man,
like,
it was
like,
Dude, that
It is.
reminds me, like with
Whew,
him with
it's
that
so
leather
fun.
thing.
Who's
That
got that?
reminds me
Who's
of
got
that
that
thing I
big
got in
ass
England
dog?
with Darth
'Cause
Vader.
in my mind is some big dog, bro. Who's got a dog right now, Barker?
I have a Chihuahua.
I have a cat.
I've
Bro,
got a big
like,
dog,
just
yeah.
fuck,
She's right there.
you should have lied, bro, because I was picturing some monster
cat right
dog,
there.
bro. Fuck you know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end this thing right now. I said I would do 90 minutes. There you go. We've answered your stuff. I just want to say real quick, appreciate everyone coming on the stream, man. You guys are fucking sick.
Thanks for
And
having me.
yeah,
thanks for
this will
bringing me
happen
on.
again
Anytime, dude.
when the last episode comes out, ladies and gentlemen. After the last episode on the following Saturday will be the same thing, man, and hopefully it lives up to the hype. Because if it doesn't, I'm sure Starlight will be happy. But I'll be sad about it. So yeah,
I
love
just
you
want
all.
to
No,
know.
I'll be disappointed. I'll just be happy that you're sad. There's a difference.
We're all there.
Bastard.
We're all there.
Put it in the chaos.